Hey guys, it's Marin. Sorry I've been absent in making videos. For the last months I've been very busy having stuff going on at home that I feel the need to take my time of YouTube and just focus on, dealing with it. Basically, my cat Miqe was, he passed away in Wednesday 22nd of July with FIP. I feel like this is a very badly structured video, but I wanted to do this because I think that it might help someone, and I don't feel like a lot of people talk about this disease, and I'm just aware of it, and I'm just aware how dangerous it is and how quick it is to take someone, someone special like your pet off your life so soon. And he was 4 years old when he passed, and I was still obviously dealing with the loss, but I feel the need that it is so personal to me, and I think that this video might help someone dealing with the same thing, so I feel like it's important to talk about it. And I feel like, I should start from the top. Miqe and me, we met first time when he was on the street, and we almost ran him over, and then we decided to just, went down to check if he was okay. And then that day, he was taken home with us and spent like a good life here with us, and until everything's happened so quickly. We bonded. He was not an easy kitten. He was very difficult to raise. He's been on his own for a long time, and it's very hard for him to trust anyone. So it took a while before he warmed up to us, get to know us and stuff like that. But because we already have 2 cats, having him around is not a problem. It's just kind of, and all 2 cats, Toulouse and Harry, are so nice. Basically, he's been together with us for that long of a time, and then a couple months back, about 2 months ago, he somehow got away, like missing for a week, and then he come back home and very thin and all that. If you don't know, Miqe is the cat I was talking about in my Furry Friend Tags. We had Furry Friend Tag, which was one of my earlier videos, and that is my favorite YouTube videos that I've ever made. And he's so charismatic. I mean, if you watch the video, you know why. I mean, it's not even all of him. That was just part of what he's like with us, So basically, I found out like a month ago that he has feline infectious peritonitis, which is an incurable disease. Happened to a kitten around the first year to the age of 5. Miqe was 4 years old, and he got away, and he got bitten by a stray cat or something, and then he got infected with FIP. So FIP have 2 forms. I'm sure if you look it up, you know that there'll be wet form and dry form. Miqe have the very strong wet type FIP, which basically the symptoms is including accumulations of fluid in the space between his chest. So he have to undergo pleural aspirations twice. Every time he gone to have this pleural aspirations, he have to undergo some some kind of drug, and it will take a toll on him for a couple of hours. He actually scratched me so hard, it's so deep right here on my wrist, and I don't want to drop him, so I just keep holding him like that. I feel like, okay, it's fine, I don't feel the pain. After a while, it was like so big. It was such a big scratch, and I got stitched up at the wet hospital, so beware of that too. And he was going to go for his 3rd time, and then he passed away on a Wednesday. It was very quick, and I didn't see it coming, and that is what I wanted to talk to you about. Basically, when you have a cat, you expect to at least have, when you adopted a cat, or basically my thinking process at the time was that we will probably have good 10 to 15 years together. And that is what I'm, put my mind, like a big focus to me is like taking care of him, having him around for like 10 to 15 years. and knowing that I will only get 4 years together is obviously very hard. But I don't know, but I think he shouldn't be remembered by how his story ends, but how his life is so well, how his life is so well lived. And but I feel the need to share the story because somehow, with my personal experience, I feel that there be things that you have to deal with in taking care of sick FIP cats, because it's obviously a kind of sickness that's just very hopeless. In a sense, you know for sure that the only good prospect in taking care of a FIP cat is to just stable and just ease the pain as much as it's, that is my experience. So I'm going to be talking to you about what I've been through and, like the struggles. So during the times that it was like 3 weeks before it actually hit me that he would never get better. And I was, Google online a lot about survival rates, about if there be a miracle case where the cat gets to live a longer life. And then we met with the third veterinarian, and he wasn't very hopeful about it. He said, I wouldn't say year, I would say month, and in this case I might even say weeks. So I was like, I hate this guy. What are you, or who are you to tell me that I have only a week with him? And then I was resentful towards every diagnosis, and I just seen him as, all this very bad guy, just trying to destroy my hope. But I wasn't being realistic, and that's a good thing, because in the time like this, I feel like hope is all you can hold on to. You have to be very hopeful, very positive, and just be there for him, knowing that it's the end. I was so looking forward to the good prospect of making all the symptoms stable. But then Miqe denied all the food. He's used to be a big cat. I mean, his appetite has always been very good. And then when he has FIP, everything is going down the drain. He rejects food, and at some point I have to feed him, and then I would be crying because I feel like I can't do anything to help him, and it is sad. Sometimes you gotta deal with the hard part, and I feel like I have it easy. I have mentally, but he's like physically fighting this, and he's a fighter. He eat it sometimes, and but his stomachs are starting rejecting. So when he poop, it's not. It looks like the food that I was, feeding him is not properly digested. So first I use A/D recovery wet food, and I put it on the spoon. I think I will insert a video here so you guys know how I do it. He will have some kind of collar, like big collar all over him, and it will make it easier for you to feed him. In the meantime, you have to be very mindful of whether he drank enough water, because dehydration is one of the problems that could lead to the failures of kidneys or liver. He also have kidney problem as well. So everything have to be monitored. If I can give any advice, it's for you to be strong and remain hopeful. Also the food, the doctor recommended me, from my personal experience when I taking care of Miqe, and at least give him enough energy to function during the days while I have to go to work. I would divide a meal to 4 meals a day, and then I will cut down for like A and D. You cut down, like it will be like a wet food. You divide it by 4 and then sort out. I start around 5:30 in the morning, and then again at 7:30 before I go to work. And then I went back home around 5, and then I started feeding him around 5, and then again 10 at night. So I divided that. If cat experience some kind of nauseating or he rejecting food altogether, I would just divide it by 3. I wouldn't push it too far. It have to be very monitored. It's very hard considering that you have a lot of treatments going on, and you feel like if whether or not you just put in enough work to help him during the day or not, I feel very helpless. I feel like I'm not doing anything to help him. I want to end this video in a positive note. Ask me anything if you're dealing with the same stuff. I'm reaching out to you, and you can reach out for me. Even though everyone said that I did the best I can, I took very good care of him before he passed. I still feel like there is so much I can do more. But when it's time, it's time. You can't. No matter how much you think back on it and how much you just want to go back and fix it, it's not gonna happen because it's time for him to go. This is going to happen to you and everyone you love eventually. Even though that sounds very depressed to be talking about it, but somehow it's a relief that it's a common thing that happens, and I shouldn't be too sad, but I should embrace what I have right now. And I have my family, I have my 2 cats, and I will have to cherish his memories, and I just want him to be remembered by lovingly and helpfully what he inspires me to do. Yeah, I'm not gonna cry. I've been through that phase already. So we in the end we cremated him because Buddhism. So we cremated him with the monk in the ceremony. If you want to do the same thing in Thailand, they have Wat Pa Sup that will actually taking care of all of this, and you can stay there and send him off to heaven and bring his remain home. And I bury his remain in the garden with a pink orchid and everything. So that will be the place where his remain will rest. But I'm sure he's traveled far, somewhere else. He won't be here, I'm pretty sure, because I knew my boy. I hope this video create awareness and the dangers of FIP, and if you're dealing with the same thing, I don't want you to feel discouraged. I feel like you can do so much more. There are 15 lists of article I read dealing with an old cat or a very sick cat. I feel like that's really helped me in dealing with all this. The article was written in Thai, but I will try my best to translate it in English in case that might give you an encouragement. And please ask me anything down below. I am more welcome to help. So I think I see you guys on my next video, and here is a little brief and memorable moment of me and Miqe and our time together. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye. In case anyone would be interested, I have an audience. That is him. Miqe. Miqe.